Now that you have a broad overview of the Firefighter Cancer Initiative, we wanted to share some more specific information about each of the projects. Each project stands alone, but together they will provide a comprehensive picture of cancer risk. If asked, we hope you consider participating, and you can participate in only the parts you are comfortable with. Members of the Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center have developed the annual cancer survey and blood sample to provide the most comprehensive survey of firefighter cancer risks and cancer rates in South Florida. We launched this project in Palm Beach County in December of 2015, and it will continue into 2017. We are hoping to expand this project to other fire services across the state in the near future. As part of this project, you may be asked to complete a survey prior to your annual physical. The questionnaire asks about personal and family history of cancer, cancer screening and prevention behaviors, exposures at fire sites, and other information to help assess past and future risk for cancer. Independently, we are also collecting blood samples for future analysis. The more firefighters we can get to participate, the more accurate our knowledge will be of the actual risks and rates of cancer among firefighters. So please take the time at your next annual physical to complete the survey. Many of you know firefighters or retired firefighters who have had cancer or have died from cancer, but the State Cancer Registry doesn't track firefighters' cancer deaths specifically. To help us understand just how many firefighters are affected by cancer, we are creating a linkage with the Florida Cancer Data System. By adding firefighters' occupation to the state registry, we will have more accurate tracking of cancer rates among firefighters. By now, every firefighter probably knows that turnout gear and equipment are likely to have carcinogens from fires and exhaust on them. But what are the real risks of exposure from this? The DOUSE, Determining Occupational Uncertainty in Sources and Exposures, Firefighter Gear Pilot Study, is designed to collect objective measurements of carcinogenic exposure on firefighters and their turnout gear. This study will take place in spring and summer of 2016. Data collection for this study will include skin and gear swabs, a dye study to track the spread of contaminants, and an air sampling protocol to collect off-gases released from gear. Findings from this project will provide accurate information about exposures on gear from structural fires and exposures that occur from off-gassing gear. This will help in developing better protocols for cleaning turnout gear and equipment, storage and transportation of gear, and other protocols for cleaning and prevention after exposure. Another way in which we are trying to track exposures is through the development of a personal exposure reporting system. Firefighters can use the system to report their individual exposures after a fire or other critical incidents on either a smartphone or computer. Nobody has the expertise about fires that you do, and your reporting is critical to helping us understand cancer risk. Working with key firefighters and through a series of focus groups, card sorting activities, and interviews, we are developing a system that reflects how firefighters will actually use the system and what you think is important to report. The Personal Exposure Reporting System should be available for use by the summer of 2016. To help us determine which carcinogens have the highest levels during a fire incident, we are analyzing breath samples for biomarkers and volatile organic compounds. We are also developing wearable technology that will collect samples from air and smoke during fires to provide a more comprehensive set of data of exposure risks by firefighters. This portion of the study is planned for the summer of 2016. We are working to find ways to make it easier for firefighters to get cancer screenings, including giving out home-based self-screening tests. To make it easier for both male and female firefighters to control their risk for colorectal cancer, we are distributing home-based colorectal cancer screening kits. Because female firefighters have their own unique cancer risks, we conducted focus groups that suggested that home test kits could lead to improved screening for cervical cancer. We are currently distributing these kits as well. We hope you will use these home tests if you have difficulty seeing your medical provider. Finally, our education campaign team conducted ride-alongs and focus groups to help us understand the culture, work, and communication practices of firefighters, as well as their knowledge and behaviors related to cancer. It is clear to us that you are well trained and take many different calculated risks as part of your job. Even knowing the risks of cancer, most of you wouldn't trade being a firefighter for anything. Just as you train to prepare for firefighting risks, many of you are taking steps to reduce cancer-related risk, including more regular cleaning of turnout gear. But there is still a lot of uncertainty about actual causes and rates of cancer. As we get results from these projects, our goal is to create messages that will help you gain an accurate understanding of the rates of cancer, provide information about risks from gear and occupational exposures, and provide steps you can take to help protect you and your families. As you can see, we have a very ambitious set of projects. We know everyone wants answers, and we are working hard to find them. Hopefully this helps you understand a little more about what we are doing. We know how much firefighters give to the community, and we hope to make your job safer for you and your families.